Hello guys, I'm back with another video. In this one, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had that the most disgusting PS5 video that I posted a while ago. Okay, so one of the issues with the PS5 was video that I posted a while ago that the disk drive didn't work after I put everything together. Console fires up fine, boots into regular welcome screen. All of that is good. What isn't good is, you guessed it, the drive. So I have a replacement here. Taking a while to get here, but I choose to personally myself not mess around with laser assemblies and stuff like that these days. Been down that road, done that before. These days I'd much rather just purchase the entire drive unit and swap the boards, and bingo bango, that's it, you're done. I feel like this is a much more time effective. Yes, it's more expensive, but it doesn't take nearly as much messing around to put in a drive. So yeah, so today we're gonna basically put this in, and I'm gonna walk you guys through how to replace a Blu-ray drive in a PlayStation 4. Stick around. We're gonna get right into it. I've got everything loosened off. I'm just gonna pull the power supply up if I remember correctly. Okay, so back in action here. So I've just lifted the power supply. The one thing you need to watch out for, you do got a wheel and jiggle in there. Make sure you pull that off before you pull this whole assembly out. You just got to pull this one power connector. That's all it takes to get rid of the power supply. So once the power supply is out, things should get easier. We do have one Wi-Fi antenna there and another one there. Those are hooked in the main board. Okay, I'm kind of starting to see this drive. So yeah, this looks like it's a complete teardown just to get to the drive on this thing. Brutal. Okay, so then just lift the board up and out of the way. Just like that. Be careful. Okay, guys. Here it is. HDMI is hooked up. Last thing to do is to hit the power button. Hopefully, hopefully it powers on. Okay, here we go. Boom. Blue light. Come on, baby. Oh, there it goes. Now the ultimate test is going to be whether it actually takes a PlayStation game or not. So we'll see. I need the fakey.
What up, guys? I'm back with another video. Yes, the most disgusting PS4 ever opened is back. So it's back because we've had a couple problems with getting the drive working. I had bought another drive, which you guys saw on the earlier part of this video, wasn't working. So I kind of put it aside because I was kind of ticked. It takes a lot to get this console apart. It takes a lot to get down to that drive. So when it wasn't working, I just kind of set it aside and went another day. So what the plan is today, take it all apart again, get everything running properly, hopefully. And the way that I'm planning on doing that is transplanting some of the old parts back into the original drive and then moving the laser assembly by itself into the old drive housing. I don't know why this would make a big difference. Everything appears to be the same. Cable links were kind of funky. I had to screw around with those last disassembly. So, anyways, the drive and the components inside seem to all be the same, but for whatever reason, it didn't even take the disc last time when I tried to install the drive to complete. So I'm gonna try and put just the guts inside the old drive, reuse the original loading mechanism because that did work, but it wouldn't spin a disc. So I'm going to take everything apart again. As you can see, the drive is, or the power supply is out. I'm already kind of ripping into this thing. There's a lot of time spent already on this one, taking it apart and getting down to the drive because it's literally a full disassembly. You literally tear the entire thing down to its what I'm going to call the inner frame. Everything kind of mounts to the inner frame, and then all the brackets and plating and everything goes on top of that, and then everything kind of bolts together. So Slim is an interesting design because it's totally different the way that it's put together, but kind of nice in one sense. In another sense, it's terrible because it's impossible to really get to the drive. The drive is literally built into the console. So yeah, I'm just gonna rip through this here real quick again. We'll get through, the disassembly, and I'll come back at you here when we get down a little further. Finally down to the drive here. Everything is apart, and I'm finally able to start disassembling this thing. Even the drive itself isn't easy to take apart because it's got all the cables are stuck to the back of it. So you can see at the top there that cable I extended to fit that way. Think there's two different board versions of the Slim. I think the connectors for the drives are. I'll throw my screwdriver around. The connectors for the drives are in different positions on different model Slims because the one cable was way too short, or sorry, way too long, and the other cable was way too short. So um, I had to end up swapping the cable around, which you saw in the previous video, and it didn't work. So I'm back at it here. I'm gonna take the guts out of this thing. This is the new drive. Um, I thought this was gonna work, and this is with the converted drive cable, so it would fit. That's why that other one shortened down because it was way too long. So once I get into this thing, the plan is to get to the meat and potatoes of the drive, pull the disc assembly out, or sorry, the laser assembly, as long as it's the same model. Hopefully that all matches. Just unplugging the disc cable here. I need to keep that one. That is the one for the original drive. So I'll just put this off to the side, and yeah, I'll grab that laser assembly out of there. This is what I need. I'm pretty sure the spindle is toast on that other drive. Uh, so I think as long as everything is happy and will work, we should be good with just that. I shouldn't need anything else out of that drive. So now I got to get the other drive together here, try and chunk this all back together. Yeah, it's exactly what I didn't want to do. This is why I bought a drive to put into this thing, and I ended up having to totally mess around with the whole thing. So, well, what can you do, right? It's either that or I don't have a PlayStation 4 that's working properly. So yeah, this is the old drive here that I'm kind of mucking about with. You can see the old crusty rollers in there. I'm gonna basically take the rollers, the top of the lid, everything except for the spindle drive and the original housing, I suppose, of that original drive. Even though I'm sure the other one will work, I want to get this in one shot because even though the loading and unloading was kind of sticky with the other one, I it needs to be able to load a disk. So it really is important that I can get that to work. And hopefully this laser assembly is going to do it, because if it doesn't, I wasted a bunch of money shipping, and it's not like I can send it back now. So yeah, here I am just looking at stuff. I'm going to fast forward this, and we'll get to the next part of the video here. Okay, so it's pretty much ready to go into the into the inner frame. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you literally rip everything out of the PlayStation to get to the drive. The drive will not mount unless you move everything out of the way. So the Slim, I would say, as a whole, is probably one of the worst consoles to take the drive out of. So yeah, it's just, I mean, like, I kind of feel bad I don't have another fan at this point, because you can see how disgusting that fan is still. Not that it matters, it does spin, and it's cooling the console now. Like, I mean, I honestly don't know how this thing is still alive, because that fan was brutally gross. This came out of a smoker's house. You can tell it's heavily smoke stained. It took a lot to get it to where it is now, and it's even still visibly smoke stained. So just gonna put everything back together one piece at a time, and hopefully get this thing. Keep my fingers crossed this thing's gonna work. Hopefully, we'll see what happens here. Okay, I got this thing back together for the most part. I'm going to try and test it here. That is just insane how much work is required to put this thing together, especially when you're transferring parts across. So I'm going to get this thing powered up and see if we get any business happening here. Yeah, I really hope this thing spins up the disc. I don't really understand why it didn't last time, but we're going to get this rocking this time. Hopefully it can actually play a disc, and we can start putting this thing back together. Finally! It's been a freaking nightmare with this thing, not being able to get the disk drive to work. So it's just, it's a lot of time, you know, and because it's not easily removable, every time you have to do something with it, it's it's a lot of screws and effort. So once this one's done, I'm going to be super happy. It's out of my hair. It's
Berry spender.
Oh, holy shit, look at that. Just did it.
Please subscribe to him if you like what you hear.
Okay.
I think he would very much appreciate
Alrighty, I think we have some
because he's
success
really
going on here.
talented. Yeah.
Rip this all together. Man, am I glad to know that disk loaded once, it'll load again. It could just be that I need to make sure that laser is clean. It's been kind of bumped around and screwed around with. So okay. Whew, okay, we got some action here. I think I might have been fighting with some gross ass connectors, to be honest, but we'll find out. pretty hard to get it to work again, but yeah, I'm gonna finish putting everything together here. I think, Yep. That's freaking awesome.